Here we are back again with another new versus old. This time in an interesting tank that I don't use very often, my T-54. You'll see in the old one that my T-54 isn't fully upgraded, but you'll see what happens during that game. Here we are on the highway map. I'm pretty sure the highway map disappeared for a little while before they did the Cold War update. Again, it's another one of those nice maps where it has a city, but then it also has wide open spaces. Although it also makes me think of the swamp map. I wish they'd bring that map back too. That, that's a classic World Tanks map that needs to come back, and I wish it would. But anyway, the T-54. Russian tanks are very different to the American British tanks. They don't have good gun depressions, let's say. They do have good turret armor, and they're also pretty decent at brawling. And their guns aren't very accurate, but I mean, yeah, if you send some people to the gulag and praise Stalin, then I'm sure somehow it will end up working out. But they are, although I'd say the Russian tanks are definitely a lot better at side scraping, and definitely a lot better at brawling compared to the British and American medium tanks. But I do like tanks with gun depression, as I like hiding behind hills. And that is why I came into the city and not I didn't go north, because well, I probably wouldn't be able to do much out there. Whoa, almost get hit by the T-28. So I noticed that there's hardly any enemies pushing this way. So I might as well push really hard. And see the rest of the team is following me on this side. The poor guy. He moved forward so he could actually penetrate my hull. But then his shot ended up hitting the building. Ah, man, I feel your pain. No, I'm kidding. I don't. You're trying to kill me. I gotta say, this is one of the problems with this map nowadays is that people, especially spawn in this cap circle, like to camp at their spawn pretty much, and it's really annoying, especially when I spawn on this side because it's like I want to go out and do stuff, but you can't really go into the city because then you don't have enough tanks supporting you. Ah man, Swedish tanks. You have to find the cupola to actually freaking penetrate them, or you need a really big gun. I believe you need a 155 millimeter to be able to go through them. And I'm only using believe this is 120. So the size of your gun does matter for some things. Because it's not about penetration. Because you could being like my M48, I have like, what is it? It's like 200. Is it 200? I think it's like 225. I think it is, and that doesn't even matter. Even though the oh, nice sandwich. Even though the armor of the S tank is is like 50 millimeters, since it's so angled, your shots just bounce off because the shell is just too tiny, and that's why usually like Russian tanks are the best at taking them out. Even though it's kind of funny because Russian tanks have the worst the worst spotting. Ooh, also my dog just hopped on my lap. You probably heard his collar. Oh, freaking Vanguard. Ooh. Well, he got taken out by artillery. Also, look at that. Spotted. Oh, whoa, what the hell? I didn't even notice that glitch. What the? Look at that. What is that? That is a glitch if I ever seen one. That was funny. Yeah, look at that spotting. 6,000 spotting. Might as well have been a light tank. This is the thing that bugs me is that you can't, like, when you're on your thing, you can't. It doesn't show like any of the details, like, oh, you needed to pay for this amount. I mean, yeah, it doesn't even show it on there. Lame. Also, watch out, Pepito. I need to. Okay, here we go with the good old Baja. Even though, crap, what was it called before they changed it to this? It's called something else. I don't remember. Why do I not remember? Yeah, I remember it being darker and wetter. Huh. Yes. Wait, is my T-54 fully upgraded? It it might be actually be fully upgraded. I thought it wasn't. Oh well. There we go, taking the very aggressive position. Tank destroyers like hanging up there. For those of you who do not know this map, because it does not exist at the moment in the game. I can't tell if my gun is upgraded or not, because I'm keep getting like 250, 270. Come on. I'm just gonna assume it is, because that's basically because if your gun isn't fully upgraded, it it's like average is 240. So I'm assuming it's the upgraded version because the upgraded version does. I think it's like 320. Ooh, that was a bad miss. Oh, this IS-7 is crazy. Nope. Ah, thank you, good turret. Not so thank you, butt armor. Basically, nearly took half my health. Ooh. Frickin' Valor. I think it's so weird that they still haven't added in the Chieftain for the PC version of World Tanks. But they have the Chieftain T95, and as people call them, the Donkerers. But yet they don't have the Chieftain. And of course, I mean, I guess the console versions are allowed to get away with having some of the more tanks that are kind of like banned, I guess, like the Waffenträger E100. We still have that. Another T1 JLT. I swear, these guys are like my nemesises. Ooh. God, before he went over the ledge. You ram kill him, I'll ram kill you. No, that didn't work out. Oh no, he sees me. Aim for that weak spot. There we go. So for you guys that don't know, the IS-4 has the same weak spot that the IS-3 has, where it has this very thin armor on top of the turret that you can easily penetrate if you have a big enough gun. Also, god damn, look how close this is getting. See, I'm thinking ahead already loading high explosives, because I know I might not be able to penetrate them, but if I can just damage them just a little bit. Ooh, ah yes. Thank you, Stalin. It's alright, I'll take the high ground. Though I'm gonna end up making a mistake here. Well, I guess it was worth it. Because I did reset the cap. Like, because there was only like, it was like 5 seconds. That poor 60 TP. Ah, you're not really poor. I mean, it does suck that he's fighting a freaking. Oh, what is that called? The freaking object. Yeah, Object 279. Those things are annoying. Because they have like no frontal weak spot. But I mean, if you hit them, like if they're on a level ground and you shoot them like straight, like the top of their hole, this is the way it's angled. If you have like a big enough gun and good enough penetration, you should be able to go right through the front of the tank. But that's very iffy. There's like a small chance. Also, that Ramco guy's playing the wrong tank. If you want to ram things, you should have picked with the like the Z100. I guess the shells are ramming though. I don't know. Are my two teammates going to be able to take out the enemy artillery, or is he going to be able to kill them both? I mean, the 279E is basically a you're just barely blowing him and he'll die. Come on, you can find him. There he is, ambush! Ooh. I guess he was really trying to ram. But ended up with the mastery and a Confederate. I fired so many shots. Also, I don't know if you notice, this is a thing. But you notice, so basically the TV icons with the console in front of it, those are people playing on other consoles other than because I'm playing this on the PS4, obviously. But look how many more Xbox players there are compared to PS4 players, and that's actually a thing. There are way more Xbox players playing World Tanks console than there are PS4 players. I don't know if it's because it's been on Xbox way longer. Actually, I don't know. Was it 2 years or 1 year before? Because it was only came out on the PS4 when the PS4 was released. So there are a lot more people on Xbox. And you know what? I first started playing World Tanks was on the Xbox 360. So I'm just saying, that's when I started playing World Tanks. I only got up to tier 5 though. And it's basically the same with PC. I've hardly played it on PC. I've only gotten up to tier 5 as well in there. But I played the crap out of it on here. And it's nice that they did the cross-platform stuff because now there's more people. Of course, there's way more Xbox players though.